so much. It's time to go from Sam Acho to Sam Houston, two folk heroes here in the state of Texas. Tonight, we're going to get some separation in the Conference USA race with both Western Kentucky and Sam Houston 2-0 in conference play. Welcome to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Ram Trucks. Welcome to Huntsville, Texas, everybody. Lo Galindo with my guy, Fozzie Whitaker. We had a chance to talk to Sam Houston head coach Casey Keeler, and he told us he was a little hesitant with a jump up to FBS because, let's be honest, he liked competing for those national championships. Well, it got a rude awakening last season, an 0-8 start, but since then, the Cats have won 8 of 10. How have they turned it around, Fozzie?
Well, ultimately, it's the culture that Coach Keeler has instilled in this team. Team over everything is the mantra that he stands by. Having great people within that facility has helped get Sam Houston where they are right now.
Last season in Conference USA, Western Kentucky was the only team to throw the football more than Sam Houston, but the Cats ain't about that life. It's back to the ground, and over the last 4 games, 282 rushing yards per game. Only Army, Navy, and Boise with more.
Well, ultimately, just like my lapel pin, you got 3 hyenas. Where hyenas are, there is bound to be trouble, and you got the 3-headed monster in Hunter Watson, Jay Ducker, and DJ McKinney, all over 300 yards rushing, 228 yards per game, which is 11 in the FBS.
Well, this is a Western Kentucky defense that is trouble. Since Tyson Summers took over as the defensive coordinator in 2022, the Tops have 68 takeaways. That is by far the most in the FBS. You love this defense.
Absolutely. 10 takeaways already, and just like the Lion King reference, I laugh in the face of danger. Well, this man right here, Upton Stout, he is dangerous in and of itself. Wherever he is, disaster is bound to follow. 6 TFLs lead the team. He will line up all over the place, and expect him to make big plays for this Western Kentucky defense.
And it's Caden Veltkamp running the Hilltoppers offense and running more than his predecessors, Bailey Zappi and Austin Reed. But did they ever have to go up against a former babysitter? I don't know, but Caden Veltkamp will. Of course, that story and the kick coming up next. Welcome back to Huntsville, Texas. Western Kentucky about to get it going with Sam Houston, Lo Galindo, Fozzie Whitaker, and we have officially the first football game in the state of Texas this year where it actually feels like the fall. Cold front last night. It is beautiful. Casey Keeler, this is a legend in the college football ranks, led Delaware and these Bearcats to an FCS national champ. 1 win, and the Cats are bowl eligible. Trying to get that against Tyson Helton. He has done an amazing job with Western Kentucky. Season number 6, first 5 years, all bowl trips for Tyson Helton. The offense a little different in the years past, not so pass heavy. They've got a little more balance. We're hoping that the game is a little cleaner than when these two teams played last season. And it was 8 combined turnovers between these two.
Yeah, that's not the recipe for success if you're either one of these offenses, but opportunistic defense allows for that to be able to play into the hand of the team to benefit off of those turnovers. And a year ago, it was Western Kentucky being able to benefit.
So much on the line in Conference USA. Liberty's at 3-0. Sam and WKU right behind. Jacksonville State also there at 2-0. Bearcats coming out at trademark orange. They won the toss. They've elected to defer. That means it's going to be Western Kentucky getting the first crack at putting points on the board. That is Easton Messer, sophomore out of Louisville. He will try to set up Caden Veltkamp in good field position to begin this. Christian Pavon, standout kicker that really started his career just doing this. He's a kickoff specialist. He's taken over field goal kicking duties this year. Had the game winner against Texas State in a dramatic comeback 2 games ago. Underway from Huntsville, Texas. And that is not how you want to start this. We talked about sloppy play last time they faced.
Number 49. The ball being placed at the 30-yard line.
So
First down.
Hilltoppers football at the 35-yard line. Caden Veltkamp leads Conference USA and a completion percentage just under 70. Also leads with 11 touchdown passes his QBR, a good indicator of how successful you are in leading your teams to win. Second in Conference USA play. Starting tailback will be Elijah Young. Play action, first look. The quick toss to Dalvin Smith, and Dalvin Smith cannot break free as Davion Armstead is there. What did the coaches tell us about Dalvin Smith getting him going early?
Yeah, they want to get him and feature him a lot. He is explosive and dynamic. A big guy getting the ball to him first down on that very first play.
It is a undersized yet fast, explosive defensive front for the Bearcats. And this is a bounce outside. Elijah Young is tripped up by Caleb Weaver.
Split zone action there. You're going to see a lot of direction before the pre-snap movement with this Western Kentucky offense to be able to try to get the defense out of alignment. You see Elijah Young take advantage of that there.
Both teams coming off wins against UTEP. The Tops put up a season-high 218 rushing yards in their win. Velkamp with the check down to Elijah Young. Huge block out front. Why not make it two? River Helms, a dynamic pass catcher, also getting into the mix to set up that 22-yarder.
Yeah, this will probably be the most talented tight end that Sam has seen up to date. And you see the versatility that he has, springing Elijah Young on that lead block free. He picks up not one, but two blocks to be able to get additional yardage for a big game for the Hilltoppers.
A running back's best friend out of the backfield there. Young remains in. Velkamp to throw, he's pressured and screen all the way, and that was broken up. Richard Outland
Moving on the field.
had the quarterback pressure.
Second down.
And that one was doomed from the jump.
Experiencing pressure early on. You see Sam Houston try to heat up Caden Velkamp. Seth Mason does a great job of filling the offensive line, playing a little bit more soft. He reads screen immediately and almost had his hands on the football.
2nd and 10 as the fans continue to make their way inside Bauer Stadium for this midweek affair. Young lowers the shoulder, but he is dropped by Kavion Gaither, former WAC Player of the Year when they were in the final stages of that FCS transition to the FBS.
Yeah, he's extremely talented. This offense is going to give this defense so many different looks. You see an outside G play there. You pull the guard to be able to open up a hole. Elijah Young takes it there for a short gain. 3rd down.
The running back, Elijah Young, is actually the most popular target on 3rd down. He gives Velkamp a block and sets up the first down toss to Easton Messer. Move the chains, WKU.
Great execution there. You see a small little rub by the two receivers. Miscommunication on Sam Houston as they drop back deep. Easton Messer says, hey, you're going to give me the first down. I'll take it and then some. Caden Velkamp with the accurate throw to be able to pick up the first down.
So inside the red zone, with the Hilltoppers marching downfield. Helms in motion, the fake to the right, and right back to River Helms. That is a payoff. You do the dirty work, you get rewarded, and River Helms does.
This entire drive has been perfect execution by Western Kentucky. They've utilized the run, they utilized the short pass, and now they use the motion to be able to open up River Helm as he comes across the line, and then he fakes blocking up front. Defenders lose him, and all of a sudden, you look up, River Helm scores the first touchdown of the game, 6 points for the Hilltoppers.
Lucas Canero on hand for the extra point. And that will make it 7-0. Western Kentucky strikes first, and it was methodical on that drive.
It was great balance. That's what you want to see from an offense. Be able to run the rock very well, and then being able to mix in the pass, whether it's short or long, and then add in some misdirection. It's awesome.
And it's now time for our drive recap presented by Rain-X.
Yeah, if you check it out here, you see Caden Velkamp has the time, checks it down to Elijah Young, lead block by River Helms, who does a job of getting a 2-for-1 bonus. Big pickup right there, and it's a huge 3rd down conversion. Easton Messer able to take that pass, move them inside of the red zone. Now You do the dirty work, you get the big payoff. River Hams ends up in the end zone for 6 points.
Touchdown number 2 on the season for the junior out of Leicester, Alabama. And Caden Veldkamp looked in control as he makes his 4th straight start. TJ Finley, fans in the state of Texas will remember him last season at Texas State. He was hurt earlier in the season against Middle Tennessee. It's been all Caden Veldkamp since. We'll have an update on Finley's condition coming up later in the broadcast. How does Sam Houston respond? They will take the football at the 25. And they've been in this position before. A couple games ago against Texas State, they were down 22-0 in the first quarter and pulled off the biggest comeback in school history. A large part of that was this man at quarterback, Hunter Watson. You'll see the passing numbers for the JUCO transfer, but what he does so well is control the game on the ground. He's actually the leading rusher for this Sam team.
Yeah, he is very strong, physical, and they will need to rely on him in order to have success tonight.
It's going to be 2 tailbacks in there as well, as Jay Ducker, lead blocker for Hunter Watson. Ducker and McKinney are the primary tailbacks. It will do a lot of the dirty work, but also get their chance to shine alongside Hunter Watson. Elijah Sohn now moves into the backfield. Watson looking that direction, doesn't get a lot of targets, only catch number 6, but you can see the upside with Sohn.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to see a lot of misdirection, pre-snap eye candy by both of these offenses. You see Elijah Sohn go in motion on one side, boomerangs back, and then finds a way to get lost in the sauce. Big pickup for their first down on this drive.
Was a swimmer at SMU at Texas A&M before deciding to play college football. Here at Sam Houston, there's Jay Ducker, his first carry, and Kylan Goodry is there with the stop. Goodry's one of those names, he's going to be lined up everywhere for Western Kentucky.
Yeah, Goodry's a guy that you have to keep your eye on as we have an injured player on the ground.
And that is Goodry down. He plays that jack position and is as important as any player for this WKU defense.
Yeah, whenever he had the opportunity to talk with Tyson Summers, he mentioned that Goodry lines up at the corner position. He's lined up at the safety position. He's also lined up at the linebacker position. Very versatile.
So Kylan Goodry being checked out by the WKU staff. Hopefully an update coming up. You're going to see Kylan Goodry, number 5 for Western Kentucky, coming in from the right-hand side of the screen. And get a glimpse of what caused him to go down in pain. He went down, looked like he was holding his chest area. We do see him up, moving around on the sidelines for the Hilltoppers, so hopefully there he is, just something minor to get through. As you know, Fonzie, tough game.
Oh, yeah.
There's a 2nd and 10 for Hunter Watson, and the Sam Houston offense trying to respond and match the touchdown on the opening drive for the Hilltoppers. And that is Simeon Evans sitting down in the middle of that WKU defense. He's going to have to be big for the Bearcats. Noah Smith, one of their top receivers, is out in this game. Has a calf issue, should be back for the next game for the Bearcats. So expect to see more from Simeon Evans. Get that slot action. 3rd and 6. Who knows what the Tops have in store on defense. Everybody coming on the rush. Good late block. And that throw is off the mark to Ife Adeyi. And your guy, Upton Stout, almost got a piece of Hunter Watson.
Yeah, he's the one that's going to provide the disastrous type of plays. You see him coming off of the slot, makes an inside move, and then goes right back outside to Jay Ducker. Jay Ducker does a great job of staying with him to provide some time for Hunter Watson to get the throw off, but ultimately providing pressure and making Hunter Watson uncomfortable is what caused that incompletion.
Now Jaden Cordell will punt it away for the Cats. One of the better punters in Conference USA. And calling for the fielder catch is Katie Hutchinson. And Western Kentucky will take over on offense. WKU He's going to now try to make it 2 for 2 possessions and end zone trips. And we mentioned with Sam Houston used to playing behind like they did a couple games ago against Texas State. WKU is built like the Bobcats and one of those teams you don't really want to play catch up against.
Yeah, they can score at will. They have very explosive skilled players. They put that on display in the first drive. We'll see what they can do in the second.
Easton Messer in the backfield with Elijah Young. Had the huge 3rd down conversion, and he's going to get the speed pitch. Messer trying to make a man miss and lowers the shoulder to the 30-yard line. Armstead is there with the stop. That's actually the look, though, that Sam is okay with. They want Western Kentucky going sideline to sideline.
Yeah, and Easton Messer does a great job of being able to snag in that one-handed pitch, because that play could have been disastrous if he wasn't able to hone that in.
Cats feel like their defensive speed matches up well, unless the Hilltoppers go vertical. Here is Young, and he is upended, but lands north of the 1st down marker. Caleb Weaver tripped him up.
And again, this is the opportunity that Western Kentucky wants to utilize the run game. You get in 2nd and mid, 2nd and short. Being able to pick up that 1st down allows you to have your entire playbook available for the rest of this drive.
Seen this a lot more than we did with Zappi and Reed at quarterback. And the huge hit from no one brings down Caden Veldkamp. Sack credited to the turf here at Bauer Stadium.
Well, we are in October. It is spooky season. Sometimes your feet slip up under you. Either that or Casper grabbed your leg, one or the other.
But that reaction from Veldkamp said it all. He was like, oh, man, that does not look good.
A loss of 8 is not where this offense wants to be on 2nd down.
2nd and 18. Helms comes in motion. Playing it safe on the ground. Helms blocking for Young, and he takes it to the 35-yard line.
There again, you got the pre-snap motion by Riverhelm, and then he goes right backside to their favorite run play, which is the counter. They run it out of a multitude and variety of plays with the running back and the quarterback there. Defended well by that Sam Houston defense.
Messer in the slot on the right side of the formation. He had the critical 3rd down conversion on the opening drive. Looking for 12 here. 4-man rush by the Bearcats. Veldkamp flushed, eyes downfield, and incomplete. He was feeling that pressure from Trey Fields.
It's a great job by that Sam Houston defense, providing some bump and run coverage to those receivers. It gets the timing off route just a little bit for Caden Veldkamp. Has to hold on to the ball, tries to escape the pocket, but Tony Fields is just too fast, forcing a 4th down here for the Hilltoppers.
An opportunity for Ife Adeyi to get a touch, and that one shanked. Wasn't touched. Well, to take another look. Great field position for the Bearcats.
ESPN's Primetime College Football is presented by Ram Trucks, built to serve.
Sam Houston got that FCS championship. It's the 2020 championship, but with COVID, it was played in the spring in 2021. So get this, KC Keeler leads the Cats to 21 wins in a 10-month stretch with a WAC title, a Southland title, and a national title. And you see the uptick in the production.
I was at that championship game as well, and it was a rain delay. I got rained on bad.
Don't want that, especially in good-looking suits like you're busted out for this game. 17-yard punt sets up Keeler's offense in great field position. DJ McKinney now to the right of Hunter Watson. And McKinney, more explosive of the two backs, but not to the extent where they feel like they have to use Ducker and McKinney in different ways.
Yeah, they use the same type of offense and utilize both of these running backs in a similar fashion. Western Kentucky seems to be up to stopping the run early on. We'll see if that continues throughout the course of the game.
Fast to the line. And the carry to Simeon Evans, his second touch, weaving through traffic, nearly got that cut back until Keyshawn Swanson brings him down.
And you see the jet sweep motion, able to pick up a big first down. They want to keep utilizing that to their advantage moving forward.
Watson to throw to the sideline, and it's broken up. And that was Anthony Johnson Jr., by far the best cover corner on this WKU defense.
Yeah, and you can see why. He was smothering coverage on the sidelines there. This Sam Houston offense, they want to go fast, especially after big plays. You see them lining up quickly, trying to get the defense out of sorts. But Anthony Johnson Jr. was having none of it.
Had 4 picks last year, and this is a defense that doesn't care too much about yards. They want takeaways. They want to keep you out of the end zone. And that is another carry for DJ McKinney, redshirt freshman from Tulsa. Deontay McCray in on the stop.
It's that counter play again. Sam Houston likes running the counter just as much as Western Kentucky does. Both of these teams have seen the run game in multiple facets and multiple forms, so they are each prepared and ready to stop it whenever it arises.
And Sam will stay with the running game. Even in that early deficit against Texas State, they got back into that game and won because of success on the ground. Hunter Watson to throw, wide open receiver, and just overthrew Simeon Evans, who has been mighty active here in the early goings. There is a flag down in the secondary.
Yeah, I think we're going to see offensive pass interference. Sam Houston looking as though they're trying to get a rub route, extending those hands. It just doesn't work well. The officials caught it.
Pass interference. Offense. Number 4. 15-yard penalty. Third down.
So the PI goes against Michael Phoenix, number 4.
You can see at the top of the screen here, like I said, they knew they were going to be a man. Michael Phoenix runs right into the defender. Ball's overthrown anyways, but you can't do that. You got to run an actual route. That's going to cost you major field position as they look to have the ball on the 48-yard line now.
But regardless, you want to see that thing dropped in the bucket. Watson working middle. Quavez Humphreys, usually the big play threat. And Upton Stout is pesky all over the place. I love the way his defensive coordinator described him. Competitive, tough, irritable.
Definitely irritable. He's one of those guys, you got to know where he's at all times, because he is liable to make a play from any position on the field. And you can see there on third down, going man-to-man with Quavez Humphreys makes a big tackle against a much bigger receiver.
And like he said off the top of this broadcast, he's from H-Town. Powerhouse North Shore High School, which is as good at producing D1 talent as any high school in America. And this punt will sail straight into the end zone. And so when we return, time for WKU to go back to work on offense. Saturday, the 2 best college football matchups are on ABC as part of our triple header that begins at noon Eastern. 7th-ranked Alabama is at Neyland, taking on 11th-ranked Tennessee at 3:30 Eastern. And at 7:30 Eastern, number 1 Texas hosting number 5 Georgia. What a game coming up. And welcome back to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Ram Trucks. Lo Galindo here with Fozzie Whitaker on the campus of Sam Houston and Huntsville, Texas. Western Kentucky and Sam Houston both trying to move to 3-0 in Conference USA play and keep pace with Liberty. Caden Veldkamp led the Tops to a touchdown on the opening drive that was culminated with the catch by River Helms in the end zone. And picks up another completion there. Caden Veldkamp making his 4th straight start at quarterback since the injury to TJ Finley. And Western Kentucky going to George Hart III, the junior from Baton Rouge. He's really started to come on lately for this Western Kentucky offense. What's going to be key for the Tops offensively to keep putting up points?
Continuing to stay balanced. If they can run the rock the way they are, they'll be dangerous to stop.
Veldkamp looking, checking down to George Hart, and Hart will be wrestled down by Jalen Jimerson. There are 2 flags down. It looks like we are going to get a face mask.
Yeah, Jalen Jimerson just gets that hand right above the face area.
Face mask. Defense, number 4. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Yeah, as you see, he's going in for the tackle. George Hart drops that head just a little bit. Jalen Jefferson grabs the face mask. That's an easy call for the officials to make there. Giving up precious field position right there. 15-yard penalty helps Western Kentucky move down the field.
So it was a infraction on the opening kickoff that gave the Tops the football at the 35 that really helped set up that opening touchdown drive. And now 15 yards for the face mask, putting WKU in great territory to do more damage. A little razzle, a little dazzle. Michael Matheson nowhere to go. Caleb Weaver meets him and drops him in the backfield for the TFL.
Yeah, Western Kentucky loves to do some of the jet sweep and misdirection with Michael Matheson. Well, if they love to do it, that means Sam Houston's defense knows what's coming, and Caleb Weaver, right on time, was able to stop that for a 5-yard loss. That's how you want to pick up right after picking up a 15-yard penalty on the face mask.
Again, that's the look that the young defensive coordinator, Skylar Cassidy, wants to force the Hilltoppers into. Sideline to sideline. And there's this stiffy, and it works until the second defender, Jimerson, is there. No face mask this time, and he's basically getting back the yardage that he gave up with the face mask.
Yeah, here's the quarterback power read with that sweep. George Hart does a great job of being able to get the first defender on the ground. But you see there, Jalen Jimerson says, I'm not grabbing you by the face mask. I'm taking you down by the shoulder pads and making sure that I secure the tackle.
3rd and 16.
Sam Houston looks to be bringing some pressure.
But only brings 3, drops everybody else. Veldkamp incomplete to Elijah Young. They got backed up, but then Sam Houston bowed up defensively.
Yeah, that's a great drive right there by that Sam Houston defense. You give up free 15-yard field position. You give up a first down. They move past midfield, and then ultimately the defense makes consecutive plays where they bring the defense on to have the offense start behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by Sam Houston.
His punt much better. And will be down inside the 25-yard line. So TJ Finley transferred to Western Kentucky, won the starting quarterback job. However, he was hurt against Middle Tennessee. So the update this week from Tyson Helton is that he underwent the tightrope procedure this week. That was a procedure that Tua Tagovailoa really made prominent at Alabama, and it's to accelerate the recovery process of a high ankle sprain. So it could be 2 to 3 weeks now until Finley is available to return, but Caden Veldkamp certainly can play his way to keeping this starting quarterback job. A little option, but to keep from Hunter Watson, and a first down run.
It's the new age triple option there. Fake the dive play. If your read tells you to pull it and keep on going, that's what Hunter Watson does, and that's what makes him most dangerous whenever this offense is running at top-notch level.
15-yard pickup. Now the longest play of the night for the Bearcats. And there's the toss back to Humphreys. Humphreys trying to turn the corner and is able to pick up positive yards. So Adeyi to Humphreys. And Sam Houston showing some of the wrinkles.
Yeah, we got to see a reverse happen with Western Kentucky on the previous drive. Now we get to see it on Sam Houston's side of the ball, and they pick up good yardage to help put them right around midfield.
2nd and 3. Jay Ducker, the tailback. Watson with the keep, first down. He is a big boy that is durable and comfortable to run the football inside.
Absolutely. Quarterback counter. This is the play again. You got the little sweep motion happening right in front. The read tells Hunter Watson to keep it. He picks up a big first down going right inside in between the tackles.
Sam Houston was Watson's only FBS offer after winning a JUCO national title at Iowa Western a season ago. And that is good for 3 yards with the carry by Ducker. Good to have a quarterback with that winning DNA. What does it mean regardless of the level, when your quarterback has won a national title?
Well, ultimately, he knows poise, and he knows what it takes to be able to handle adversity. We saw them do it against Texas State. They're down now early in this game, 7-0. Let's see what type of poise he's able to have the rest of the way.
Coming up on a minute left, Watson. That was a long mesh. I don't know if he thought Adeyi was going to take that, but it did not matter. Stumbling and bubbling forward for the first down.
Yeah, again, he's making that read. He pulls it, makes a sweet move to make the defender miss, drops that shoulder, and shows you why he's one of the leading rushers on this football team.
Fonzie, he took that off Adeyi's hip. Fortunately for them, avoiding the turnover. Play action now, deep drop by Watson, and he was looking for Adeyi. Adeyi still no catches for him. He does have a catch in 30 straight games. He was on that national championship team, one of 7 Bearcats that remain from the team that won it all.
And you talk about the impact that winning a national championship has on your team. Whenever you have that type of leadership, you can go from 0-8 a season ago to now 5-1 this year.
McKinney, his turn. Left side, nothing there. Cuts it back up and thudding up the middle. Keyshawn Swanson making the stop.
That is a great play by Keyshawn Swanson, filling in for the injured DeMarco Williams. He does a great job of reading the sprint draw, and whenever he sees run, he fires immediately, and you can see a physical tackle whenever he gets to the line of scrimmage to meet DJ McKinley.
Tyson Summers, as DC said, that's one of the best tacklers on the defense. Case in point right there. And that takes us to the end of the first quarter. Western Kentucky started with the football, scored first to make it 7-0. All defense since.
Welcome to the shootout in Texas.
And let's check out our weekend menu presented by Dave and Buster's. Saturday, Bama at Tennessee. The Tide have won 16 of the last 17 meetings. Saturday night, Georgia and Texas. Kirby Smart trying to be the fastest in the SEC to get to 100 wins at one school. That is nuts when you think about the elite coaching in that conference. Back here in this Conference USA matchup, 2-2-0 teams in conference play. Sam Houston, Western Kentucky. Logan Lindo here with Fonzie Whitaker. Critical 3rd and 7 now for Hunter Watson in the Cats offense. Mishandled the snap, screen to the right side. First down yardage and more. Simeon Evans stretching and reaching the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats. yards for an offense that is not known for the explosive plays.
Well, explosive plays is the name of the game. They can sustain drives. But the offensive coordinator said we need to see more of those big, dynamic, explosive plays, and it has to come from somebody like Simeon Evans because of how dynamic he's been playing and coming along strong. Great execution by the Sam Houston offense.
Extra point. Up and good. Knotted up at 7.
Let's take a look here. You got the wide receiver screen. Hunter Watson actually fumbles with that ball and then has to get it around Deontay McCray. But what they do well is execute downfield. You got blockers in position. And then Simeon Evans shows you why he is one of the dynamic playmakers. Filling in for Noah Smith. There he is in open field. Can't nobody catch up to him. Upton Stout does a great job of trying to tackle him, but a little too late as the Bearcats are now on the board. Tie the game up 7 points apiece.
And on 3rd down as well. A fantastic job up front by the big guys. Setting up Evans. 2 catches, 48 yards, and a touchdown. Now has 3 scores on the season. How much does it help this Bearcats team confidence knowing they've been in a spot like this, as we've mentioned that comeback against Texas State?
Yeah, not panicked. those are the words that we heard Coach K.C. Killer mention to us. Is they stayed even keeled. They knew what was at play. They don't have a play to get 22 points, he mentioned. Said, but I do have a way to get 7 points, and that's what we saw just happen there.
Low kick. Messer's going to have to come up and field this. Smart heads-up play by Easton Messer. Instead of fielding that, lets it roll out of bounds for the second time tonight.
The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line.
All right, break this one down, Fozzie.
And here we are again on third down. Western Kentucky likes to pressure. Now, they give you a bluff look. They don't end up pressuring. But with the expectation of pressure, a wide receiver screen is called. You get the lineman upfield, and then Simeon Evans does the rest. Break two tackle, and then showcases his speed. Look at the big man rumble as the center, Ethan Hagler's trying to meet Simeon Evans into the end zone. And then a dance and celebration is in store for that big 6-point play.
His third touchdown, they're all from different quarterbacks, or passers, I should say. Veltkamp lets it fly. Messer tried to go up and over. That's not going to work on Isaiah Cash, who was actually looking for the offensive PI. So Western Kentucky opened up like this drive with the short field because of the kick out of bounds, went 65 yards, got the touchdown with River Helms.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 2, 15-yard penalty, first down.
It's called on Davion Armstead. Did not see that one live. Didn't even see the flag for that matter.
On the opposite side of the field, up top, on the release when the face mask happened. Just another critical mistake.
Hutchinson in motion, tossing back, flea flicker action, and back to Hutchinson. Sideline, a little shake, and a pickup of 8. A lot of creativity to go into those 8 yards.
That was a flea flicker screen to Katie Hutchinson. That was actually really cool. You see the misdirection and the amount of motions and the trickeration, right? To be able to execute that, pick up 8 yards. It's where you want to stay. Move past midfield for the Hilltoppers.
That's Hutchinson now into the backfield, out of the backfield. And a fantastic solo stop by Trey Fields. Zero missed tackles for Trey Fields this season, which says a ton because he has a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, Trey Fields did a tremendous job there. Again, the sprint draw action. He stays home, gets him down in a one-on-one effort. 3rd and 3, Veltkamp wants it, and that's the added dimension that he brings to this Tops offense, the ability to move the chains with his legs. Yeah, the quarterback power, that's what you're going to see on short yardage and in goal line attempts. This guy is 6'6", 236 pounds, and if you get +1 in the run game, Western Kentucky is going to utilize it to their advantage. He's put together, and better be, his dad Jason is the head strength and conditioning coach. Spinning and trying to fight through another tackle was Elijah Young. Caleb Weaver makes the stop. It is a Bearcats defense that does rally to the football in a hurry. Yeah, even whenever a guy gets loose, they find ways to get around the ball, and they fly around and do it very fast. And there is a Bearcats defensive player down, Denver Warren, the junior out of Chicago.
Timeout on the field.
Fortunately for Sam Houston, very deep on the defensive line. We'll take a break. On the left, Skylar Cassidy, Sam Houston's defensive coordinator. On the right, Caden Veltkamp, the kid that Cassidy used to babysit. That's right. Cassidy's dad and Veltkamp's dad were on staff at Louisville together at the same time. So when Veltkamp needed a babysitter, they would call up Skylar Cassidy. We asked him, how was he babysitting? And he said, well, Caden's still alive. What a story. How many guys go up against a coach that used to babysit them growing up? Probably none. We'll get our statistician Kirk on that. Kirk, can you dig that one up? 2nd and 3 now for Caden Veltkamp against his babysitter. This is Young to the right side, cuts it up to the 30-yard line. Skylar Cassidy, 30 years old.
Yeah.
One of the youngest defensive coordinators in the FBS. They say one. They claim he's the youngest, but last week we had Georgia Southern, who claims that Brandon Bailey is the youngest defensive coordinator, also at 30 years old. 3rd and 1, Veldkamp under center, and this is him all the way. It looks from the surge up here like he will have the yardage, but the officials coming in, yeah, the late signal will be it's a first down.
The ruling on the field is a first down.
Again, that 6'6" frame, able to utilize it. Dag, what you mentioned, strength coach. Well, getting behind those legs, using that body, helps forces a first down for the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers.
Those protein shakes and squats paying off. Pistol look, play action, Veldkamp engulfed. Isaiah Cash and Bryson Hayes were there to bring him down.
Well, here you go. You talked about Skylar Cassidy. Well, he wanted to heat up this Western Kentucky offense. Coming off the edge, Isaiah Cash is unblocked. There's nothing Caden Veldkamp can do. He just got to protect the ball. And what a great job by the defense executing on that play for a loss of yardage on first down.
Hayes now with 2.5 sacks, if you give him half credit for that one there. One of the leaders for this Sam defense. Young following Helms' block. And another solo tackle by Trey Fields. This is a team that does not let you get away if they get you in their grasp. 3rd down now for Caden Veldkamp in the Hilltoppers. Three of 5 on 3rd down so far tonight. Here inside Bowers Stadium. Beautiful night for football in Huntsville, Texas. Over the middle, and a dangerous pass. There were 2 receivers in the area. That ended up going off the hands of George Hart behind him. Flag is down as well.
Looks like they waved the flag off.
Pick that up. A 51-yard field goal attempt now for Lucas Carnero. He kicked a long of 54 last time out against Utah. To give the Tops the lead. Looking good, and it is good. So one game after connecting from 54, Carnero connects from 51. That is how you get it done.
Perfect execution. Put them up, put them down. 3 points for the Hilltoppers.
Kick off your Week 7 NFL Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern with the Countdown crew on ESPN and the ESPN app. We'll have all the early breaking stories, injury updates, and previews of each game right up to kickoff. A lot of news with receivers moving spots this week. And in 5 days, we will have 2 Monday Night Football games. The 4-2 Ravens taking on the 4-2 Bucks at 8 Eastern on ABC, ESPN, ESPN Cortez, and ESPN Plus, with Peyton and Eli on ESPN2. And exclusively on ESPN Plus, the Chargers squaring off against the Cardinals at 9 Eastern. Lucas Carnero, 8 of 9 for the season, a 54-yarder, 51-yarder. And Tyson Helton, his head coach, told us he puts all his specialists on scholarship. Not a lot of programs do that, Foster.
Not at all. And Tyson Helton, with the special teams coach background, knows the importance of having a good specialist. Well, Lucas Carnero is 1 of 1 for this Hilltoppers team.
And also, poor special teams have set up the 2 Western Kentucky scoring drives, kicks out of bounds, giving the Hilltoppers the ball at the 35. And this is Zach Urbanchik nearly was able to slide through the Hilltoppers and break it for even more. Laura Galindo here with Fozzie Whitaker. And our first real night that feels like football should feel in the state of Texas. as we had a cold front move in yesterday. It is beautiful today. Western Kentucky and Sam Houston trying to stay undefeated in Conference USA play. Got a 10-7 matchup now. And this is going to be Hunter Watson to the tight end. He's open and up and over. Elijah Sohn. Didn't know he could do that.
Yeah, we talked about his athleticism as a swimmer. Well, what?
Okay.
Up and over, showing those Alito moves right there. So that's what swimmers do?
Apparently, it wasn't a swim move, but now Bearcats on the move, and that is Adeyi getting smacked outside at the 47. Okay.
One more time.
That hurdle.
Not even having to jump off a diving board to do that.
So, was a swimmer at Alito High School, powerhouse in football, and you're telling me in swimming as well.
Absolutely.
He gave up football in 8th grade to focus on swimming. It wasn't until he got here to Sam Houston after swimming at SMU and Texas A&M, we started playing football again. Backside pressure. And there is the stop by Kylan Goodry. Good to see him back after a little injury scare early in the game.
Yeah, ultimately, that's where you have to keep a Hunter Watson. Whenever you get him to hold the ball within the pocket, you got to have good integrity on your rush lanes if you want to be able to come down with a stop. Goodry obviously was the recipient of that, being able to keep him corralled in the pocket.
3rd sack of the season for Goodry, who's a great story. His development a little slow, had to wait for his turn. An injury last season allowed him that opportunity, and he has been nails. There's the catch in the flat. Phoenix turned it on the Jets. Michael Phoenix, and the Bearcats take the lead. Coaches told us Michael Phoenix is coming on. And we see it there with the 50-yard catch and run. And the Bearcats up 14-10. Fozzie, Michael Phoenix has 5 catches this season, 3 for touchdowns.
Well, you see why they want to feed him the ball. One-on-one opportunity. He shows you what makes him so dynamic and explosive, and then uses his speed to be able to get open in the open field one more time. Timing route by Hunter Watson. Delivers it right back shoulder, which allows Michael Phoenix to take the inside spin move, and then, whoa, one more outside cut right there, making the defender get put into a spin cycle. Michael Phoenix just showed you why he is one of the most dynamic players on this Bearcat offense.
Getting that done on 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
So now 2 touchdowns by Sam on big plays on 3rd down.
And explosive plays. That is what Coach wanted to see. Coach Korn said we need to have that. That's the next layer in this offense. And now we've seen them pull off 2 big explosive ones for touchdowns early in this game.
Yeah, this is a team that leads the nation with 7 scoring drives of at least 13 plays. So what they have tried to do is find ways to get more explosive.
Well, one way to do that is be able to protect your quarterback and then allow your quarterback to be in rhythm and in timing. You see 3-step drop. Shows you one-on-one opportunity. Michael Phoenix says, get off of me, and then, oh, inside shoulder, sticks that foot into the dirt, and then mashes the gas as he accelerates into the end zone. Great execution, and the celebration as he reaches the end zone.
And this crowd is getting into it. Wednesday night, great chance to support the team and be loud. Keyshawn Johnson makes the catch.
Yeah, the best way to battle back whenever somebody has just taken the momentum or the lead is to be able to score on your own. And you see Western Kentucky does a great job picking up good yardage, 7 yards on that 1st down play.
2nd and 3 now. for Caden Veldkamp, and there is a flag down, false start.
Offense, number 17, 5-yard penalty, second down.
And there is the head coach, Casey Keeler, saying, we like it, keep being loud. Sam wasn't sure what kind of crowd they would get tonight because so much of this fan base will try to come from the greater Houston area, and 6 o'clock kick local time, you'd basically have to leave Houston yesterday to arrive on time with that kind of traffic. Here's a 2nd and 8 after that false start, and the spin by Elijah Young. Kendrick Dujour was there to make the stop. I'm sure coaches love, though, when the game follows the script. When they tell us in pregame meetings, this is what we're trying to do, and when they see it come to fruition, like Sam is seeing here with those explosive hits. 3rd and 4. Hilltoppers 3 of 6. Easton Mester in motion, inside pitch to Elijah Young, trying to break it, and there is the touchdown saving stop by Davion Armstead. That was almost a GPS run just to see what kind of miles per hour you would get. 27-yard pickup by Elijah Young.
Great execution on that 3rd down play there.
The Tops strike back. Why not? Back to Young. And spinning down to the 35. Fozzie almost broke it all the way.
Yeah, as you see the misdirection, faking like they're going to run an option play, and then they run the shovel pass. Elijah Young gets in open field and showcases that speed. It's great execution on 3rd down.
Quincy Wright,
Media timeout.
the injured Sam Houston player, being checked out on the field. Bearcats striking the big play to take the 14-10 lead, now trying to hold. Quarterbacks tonight here in Huntsville, Texas, putting on a show. Caden Veldkamp, 9 of 13, 111 yards, a touch, and no picks. Hunter Watson, 2 of his last 3 passes have gone for those 2 touchdowns, 128 through the air. We're expecting a little more from Veldkamp in that way with passing success. Watson, this is one of his best games we've seen through the air.
Yeah, both of these quarterbacks are playing extremely efficient, taking care of the football, creating big plays as well, setting up for a good matchup.
But the ground game really setting up success for both teams, as that is Elijah Young with his 11th carry of the night. So turning into that workhorse back for Western Kentucky.
You can see here with it being 3rd and short, right around the 34-yard line, 33-yard line. I wouldn't be surprised if Western Kentucky found a way to take a shot here, knowing that they have another down, or that you have Lucas Carnero in your back pocket.
Timeout. Western Kentucky, they're first. 30 seconds.
So Tyson Helton calls a timeout. He's hot about something. And you mentioned that 3rd and 1 look. Last time we saw Veldkamp with the keep. He got the 1st down barely. So you're saying take a shot here, knowing that you can go for it comfortably on a 4th and 1 if you need to.
But a shot may look like the same quarterback power play that they ran earlier, and then have River Helm go right up the middle of the field to try to create a little bit of diversion, thinking getting that Sam Houston defense to come up, play the short yardage run, and then try to hit something over top.
Well, Tyson Helton has built a juggernaut here. Bowling Green, Kentucky, his Hilltoppers have been the model of consistency in Conference USA. 6 seasons now as the Tops head coach. Won fewer than 8 games just once, and that was his 2nd season in 2020 when the world was basically upside down. He's a former Conference USA Coach of the Year, like his father Kim was at Houston. And we just saw his brother Clay Helton, former USC coach, current Georgia Southern head coach, and a huge win for the Eagles over Marshall last week. 3rd and 1. Western Kentucky, what do you got? It's going to be the safe play, 1st down for Veldkamp. Keyshawn Johnson was still streaking down the sideline.
I had to
he
look
was
back.
expecting a shot.
I had to look back and make sure it wasn't a quarterback sneak fade.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've already seen the flea flicker screen pass.
Yes.
Let's get really crazy. Fresh set of downs for the Tops. 2-0 in Conference USA play, just like Sam Houston. Liberty, the leader, at 3-0. Veltkamp in rhythm and complete to a fighting Dalvin Smith, who had one of the early catches of the game for WKU.
Again, feeding him the ball, that's going to be the area of expertise that this Western Kentucky offense want to utilize on the edge. He's a physical, big presence that they can utilize as they get near the red zone. Be on the lookout for a target towards him or River Helms in the middle of the field.
And Veltkamp is one of the best red zone quarterbacks in America if they can get to the 20-yard line. They'll take a score from here, though. Elijah Young, he's going to throw, and it's too high for Dalvin Smith. Okay, Fossey. How many of those did you get to throw back in your day at the University of Texas?
I've thrown 2, completed 1. Should have had another touchdown, but ultimately Elijah Young probably wishes he could have had this back right off the hands of Dalvin Smith, just a little bit high. I don't know if I can be mad at him, though. He probably hasn't practiced that pass more than a few times in practice.
3rd and 2 now for the Tops. Young staying in there with Veltkamp. And now following Young is Veltkamp. And that big 6'6", 236 frame, picking up the first down. Tough to stop, Fozzie.
Yeah, whenever you have that +1 addition, quarterback run, and a guy the size of Veltkamp, like you mentioned, 6'6", 230+, then you're able to put your head down and play big boy physical football, which is not what we're used to seeing traditionally from Western Kentucky.
Hilltoppers just outside the red zone. 10th play of the drive for WKU. Methodical. They'll take it however they can get it. River Helms tight end to the left side. Veltkamp. Some outside pressure. One-on-one. Messer cannot haul it in. And Easton Messer, 9 contested catches this year, 12th most in the FBS. This is his bread and butter.
Absolutely. You see the slot fade route, has an opportunity to make a big play. He just can't come down with it. Jalen Jimerson does a great job of playing through the hands at the end of that play, knocking it out late. But that's one Easton Messer has made before and wishes he could probably have back.
And Veltkamp put it where it needed to go.
Absolutely. That was a bucket shot.
Gorgeous touch by Caden Veltkamp. Now we'll run, and picks up a few yards to make this a 3rd and more manageable situation. Chris Murray is there for the stop for the Bearcats D. Now, the difference in these defenses, Sam Houston, they don't disguise much pre-snap. A lot of what they try to do confusion-wise is after the snap.
Yeah, a lot of time they want to stay 2 safeties high, get into that 2 look, whether it's cover 2 or man under, and then try to confuse the quarterback on the snap and maybe rotate into a single high position.
3rd down inside the red zone. Caden Veltkamp stepping up in the pocket, and he finds a crossing receiver, KD Hutchinson, and it's right at the line to game. And the judge from the far end says 1st down. Clutch pickup.
It's a great job standing firm and tall in the pocket. His first option down to Dalvin Smith up top on the corner route was covered, so he drops it down to KD Hutchinson. KD Hutchinson does a great job snagging it and then getting vertical as soon as he caught it to pick up the first down there.
Watch Keyshawn Johnson, number 0 receiver, bottom of the screen, leads the conference with 7 red zone catches this season. Going to the other side, too easy. Elijah Young just strolling in for 6. Looked like the Sam Houston defense was looking in the direction I was with Keyshawn Johnson on the other side of the formation.
Yeah, as you see man-to-man, it looks like somebody lost their man. And Caden Veltkamp said, I'm going to make you pay. Elijah Young, first receiving touchdown on the night.
And has ended up being an excellent receiver as well. on the season. So how did this play out for WKU?
Well, Elijah Young's in the backfield on the left side of the quarterback, and it appears as though Sam Houston is in man-to-man. Nobody guards Elijah Young as he comes out of the backfield. That's an easy pitch and catch for Caden Veldkamp. It's his first read going to Elijah Young. Nobody's there. Elijah Young has so much space, he's able to stroll into the end zone for the quick touchdown for the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers.
This is what you want in a midweek game in Conference USA play. The back and forth. Western Kentucky scored on their opening drive. Sam Houston answered back to take the
Number
lead.
12
and
for
then
Sam Houston is now wearing number 88.
got a number change on special teams. But it's the Hilltoppers with the response there. Elijah Young, 11-yard touchdown.
I can tell you as a running back, those are the best receptions right there. The ones where you are scot-free and then you end up in the end zone.
Well, he thought he was going to throw a touchdown pass earlier.
It's true.
Goes back to his bread and butter. I think you were alluding, though, to maybe one of your teammates let you down, and that's why you didn't have a touchdown?
My guy, Mike Davis, I thought he was going to pull it in.
Come on, Magic. Got to be better than that. And this will be Sam Houston football at the 25-yard line. Hunter Watson's been a dude for this offense.
Absolutely known for his running ability. Well, it's his passing ability that has gotten the Sam Houston State offense going. As you see the quick screen to Simeon Evans, and then you see the long, quick out throw to Michael Phoenix, who does the rest with his legs and big play ability. Hunter Watson is playing at an elite level for this offense right now.
2 punts followed by 2 touchdown drives, and the yak working tonight for the Bearcats offense. DJ McKinney is the tailback, and this is B. Humphreys in motion. Flag is down as they go to the motion man, Quavez Humphreys. All the flags are coming out as that's taken to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be illegal formation. They didn't have a receiver.
Illegal formation. Offense. 5 plays in the back. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Is it just me, or has that now become an epidemic in college football?
It's been more rampant as of late as guys get more creative with the offensive play calling and the motions and the pre-snap movement. Sometimes it comes back to bite you in the butt.
Is that lack of reps or just forgetting in the moment?
Somebody could have been misaligned. I'm not quite sure.
So that is DJ McKinney, just a couple of yards there. Goodry with the stop. You see the games coming up. Boston College and Virginia Tech. Speaking of Boston College, that is a team WKU almost beat 2 games ago. Lost by a single point, 21-20. And it looks like Sam Houston wants to take this down to the 2-minute timeout and come up with some winning ball plays for the final 2 minutes before we go to the half. When we return, Coach Keeler and his Cats facing a 2nd and 15 here in Huntsville.
Hey, I'm Super Mahenti coming up at the half. The NCAA has weighed in and reacted to the big Oregon controversy over the weekend. Our guys are going to react, and they've got plenty to say. Plus, a gigantic weekend in the SEC. We'll talk about it at the half. Well,
Zubin, thank you so much. Talking, of course, about Dan Lanning, who got his first on-field coaching job here at Sam Houston when Casey Keeler hired him. Told his wife early on in that process, we're not going to keep this guy long. He is a superstar. First play out of the 2-minute timeout, Hunter Watson, who has been really setting up his success on the ground, but showing an added dimension with his game with 2 long touchdown passes.
Timeout.
Absolutely.
Western Kentucky.
You see the timeout
30 seconds.
by Tyson Helton's team. You put Sam Houston in a 3rd and long scenario. Now you got an opportunity, if you get a stop here, to still have 1 timeout left in your pocket to try to run a 2-minute drill to put points on the board to finish the first half off.
Hey, what do you think Zubin and Trevor are going through in studio, sitting with our friend Sam Acho, who loves to have his name called? I'm sure every time he hears Sam, I mean, he's perking up. He's like, they're talking about me now. That's got to be tough for Zubin and Trevor.
Absolutely. Every time they hear Sam, I'm sure Sam is probably thinking, who's calling my name? Why are they calling me?
Yeah.
But shout out to my guy, Acho, man. He and I classmates going into college together. It's cool to see him doing what he's doing and doing it well.
And we will have more from the fellas in the studio coming up in a minute and 54 seconds of game time. So 3rd down now. Western Kentucky just called the timeout. The 2 touchdowns for Sam have been on 3rd down. They have a little more magic here on this 3rd and 7. Hunter Watson, delayed run and weaving his way, but he will be short of the line to gain. Chandler Matthews is there to make the stop. Western Kentucky still with 1 timeout to use, but they will let the clock wind down before Sam Houston will punt it to them. And Sam is just going to take their time before they bring a unit onto the field. Everybody's on the sideline right now. And it looks like they will call a timeout to just make sure they use all this time before giving the Hilltoppers the football.
Timeout, Sam Houston State. They're first. 30 seconds.
Exactly what Casey Keeler does. What do you think about saving that timeout if you are Coach Helton?
I personally don't like it. You already used your first timeout to give you more time. I think you fired away there with the rules now changed. You pick up that 1st down. You're able to get out of bounds. You can utilize the clock more to your advantage. But now you, after the punt, going to be right around a minute left to work. If they score, it means nothing.
Try anything crazy here, bring some pressure. So 4th and 3. Sam to punt it away. And it's Jaden Cardell, former conference special teams player of the week. Hutchinson catches this boomer, stays in bounds inside the 20-yard line, and is able to take it to the 25. Under a minute left for the Hilltoppers, and we'll see if they try to push the envelope here with 1 timeout remaining.
57 seconds. Got to move quickly here. You do have that timeout. Caden Veldkamp's taking care of the football. This is the utmost priority. It's moved downfield, but don't have a silly takeaway at this point in time.
It's been a clean game in that regard. Well, really, besides the kick out of bounds, not a lot of penalty in this game so far, but no turnovers for either team after they combined for 8 in this matchup last season. Veldkamp was in a little bit of trouble and goes to Johnson. Submarine by Jalen Jimerson. I think Jalen Jimerson has dominated our shout-outs for the Sam Houston defense.
Absolutely, and you see West Kentucky moving fast.
2nd down. Veldkamp looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Michael Matheson, and Davion Armstead jumped it, broke it up. 3rd and 7 now. What do you do?
Well, you got to be very careful here. If you don't pick this up, the momentum could shift back. Sam Houston still has 2 timeouts in the pocket as well.
We've hit 15 on the play clock. That means coach to helmet communication has been shut off. Veldkamp will step up and run. Looking for the 1st down marker, looking for the sideline, and gets it running out of bounds in front of Isaiah Cash. 27 seconds left. 1 timeout remaining for WKU.
It's a great play call right there. Expecting a lot of people to drop. Only rushing 3 for Sam Houston. They use that to their advantage and get Caden Veldkamp an opportunity to use his legs to pick up that big 1st down.
And remember, they got the big leg of Lucas Carnero, who already has a 51-yarder tonight and a 54-yarder in the last game against UTEP. Check down, And staying up and getting out of bounds is George Hart. That second effort critical, because if he is tripped up in the backfield, Western Kentucky has to use that final timeout. And there is an injured Bearcat on the turf. See if we can pick up his number.
That's Leon, Javon Leon, their leading pressure getter on the interior defensive line for the Bearcats.
Yeah, Leon only has half of a sack to his credit, but actually has the second best pressure rate in Conference USA. So he's in the backfield a lot, really setting up his teammates to have some of those more havoc stats.
And it's good to see him getting up. You hope that it's something minor and he's able to come back and be an impact. It's impactful, but check out the bottom of the screen here. Goes to make an outside move, and then he just get met by the right guard. He appears to be shaken up, which is area of concern. You hope that he's able to be okay on the sidelines, but that's something that you never want to play with, and being careful whenever you have injuries like that.
I was shocked when Sam Houston, their staff, told us that they play 6 defensive ends and 6 defensive tackles. For a group of 5 school, that is a big number.
Yes.
2nd and 9 here for Caden Veltkamp. It's 14-20 in the first half. On time to Easton Messer. I don't think he got the yardage, but that spot is friendly for the Hilltoppers. So the clock will stop until the chains are reset, and then it will begin to run again. And we have some confusion on the field. And the ball is reset.
Please reset the game clock to 15 seconds. It will start on my signal.
The original official set the ball down, and it was back further than where it was originally spotted.
Now they still got to put those 2 seconds
It will start
on the game clock.
Correction, my signal.
And it's still at 13, now at 15. So here we go. Clock will wind. Veltkamp thinking about throwing, surveying. He's being bounced outside the pocket and throws incomplete. So clock now stops
And the ball made the line again.
with 8 seconds left. You heard the explanation there. No call for grounding. He was outside the tackle box. Got to pass the line of scrimmage. And Coach Helton is frustrated about something. He's frustrated because there's another Sam Houston player down, and you can tell the frustration he feels is to give Sam maybe a chance to break that flow, break the rhythm. And this is something that a lot of coaches have brought up being an issue in college football right now. I don't know if there's any way to get around it. And you don't know, maybe the player, maybe the young man is going through something serious at this time.
Yeah, Jalen Jefferson was limping at the end of that play. To me, from what I saw, it was an actual injury where he didn't feel right. He was actually calling the trainer on before he went down as he was trying to get off the field, and they were telling him just go down because it's dangerous.
And the last thing that Sam would want to do in this situation is give Western Kentucky more time.
Absolutely, and then losing one of your best players. We've said Jalen Jefferson's name over and over and over tonight. That's a guy that you want on the field whenever the game is on the line. And I know it's just the end of the first half, but these points are critical in adding up whenever we start talking about the fourth quarter and the impact of what extra points can mean going into halftime.
Western Kentucky still needs a chunk play. They still need to pick up yards to set up Carnero. They have that one timeout, so they could throw middle of the field and still have enough time for the kick. Veltkamp flushed again, taking a deep shot, and it's going to be caught. 1 foot is down, but I believe the clock is at 0, regardless of whether Michael Matheson caught.
That's the end of the first half.
Wow, remember that play. A half-second more. Matheson looked like he got a foot down and would have set up Western Kentucky for a field goal.
Take a closer look here, and Caleb Weaver just mistimes it. You see the foot is inbounds. It is a catch. We got to see where the time is on that catch, but it's very close right there.
Well, this has been entertaining to say the least. Two undefeated teams, Conference USA play. Sam Houston hitting the big touchdown strikes, but Western Kentucky still on top as the Tops lead 17-14. Welcome back to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Ram Trucks. One team will move to 3-0 in Conference USA play. Western Kentucky with the edge, 17-14 over Sam Houston. Hello and welcome back to Huntsville, Texas. Loa Galindo here with Fonzie Whitaker. This is why I love these midweek games, because the nation gets to see how good of football there is being played right now in the Conference USA. You got Western Kentucky and Sam Houston, and really all these programs told us all week, they're neck and neck, they're very even, and we're seeing that play out.
Yeah, absolutely. This game is going toe-to-toe. Both of these teams undefeated in conference play, like you mentioned. Somebody's going to go home with a loss. Yeah. And the team that doesn't execute the best in the second half is that team that will go home with a loss. I've been very surprised with the first half stats presented by Chewy. And you see 17 points for Western Kentucky offense, 8 of 11 on third down, 241 total yards, 14 points. Sam Houston, 2 of 5, but the surprise here has been 128 passing yards by Hunter Watson in the explosive plays, resulting in 2 touchdowns. 17-14 lead right now by Western Kentucky.
WKU not typically good offensively on third down. They've completed 5 in a row. And then Sam Houston, not a lot of penalties, 4 penalties for 50 yards. And the big 2 have been kickoffs out of bounds that set up the first 10 points of the night for Western Kentucky. Trying to keep up with Liberty, who is 3-0 in conference play. Kick out of bounds, so Hunter Watson will take over at the 25-yard line for Sam Houston. We pumped up the ground game. Hunter Watson coming into this game, the actual leading rusher. He's got 37 rushing yards tonight, not as much from Ducker and McKinney.
Yeah, and we see Jace Bauer actually taking the field for this first snap in the second half.
And Bauer did play late in the win against UTEP, but played late because they were blowing him out. Simeon Evans has had a fantastic first half. Picks up 10. So this was not something that we were told was in the works at all. It was a battle between Bauer and Watson in camp, with Watson winning the job. And this is going to be a throwback to Jace Bauer, who now is 1 block away from getting more. And Colt Dieterich, the backup left tackle that had to start because Luke Eckert is out with an ankle injury, could not spring that block.
Yeah, and we see how good Kylan Goodry is in open field, taking on a blocker and getting the tackle. That's what you want to see from your defenders if you're Western Kentucky.
Jace Bauer, first season at Sam Houston. After transferring from Central Michigan, the fake pitch. He's got some wheels as well. And that is into Hilltoppers territory.
It's a great call and execution by Coach Korn. Executes the fake pitch right there, gets Kylan Goodry to go outside. And then you see him lower that shoulder, pick up a big first down yardage. What a big run right there to get the nerves and the jitters out of the way on this first drive.
This is like Glenn Davis and Doc Blanchard back in the day. Mr. Inside, Mr. Outside. Watson is more the between the tackles runner at quarterback. Bauer, a little more make you miss off the edge. But now it's Bauer up the middle. Solid pickup on first down.
You can see the identity of this offense is still the same. They want to utilize Jace Bauer in the same manner that Hunter Watson was utilized in that ground game. Whether it's the quarterback read on a power play or they hitting the jet sweep action, this offense still looks to stay efficient in the run game with the quarterback being involved.
2nd and 7. WKU with the late shift after the check with me for the Bearcats. And powering his way forward is Jay Ducker. Spotted 1 yard shy of the first down.
Here we go with the 3rd and short. See a lot of quarterback run, quarterback power on this. We'll see if they go to this for their answer to pick up a first down.
And it is going to be the tailback, Ducker, first down. Before Darius Thomas makes a stop. Going to have to try to get word on why we're seeing Jace Bauer over Hunter Watson. And Hunter Watson not even on the sideline right now with his Bearcats teammates. The fake reverse and the keep by Bauer. And WKU read it like a book. Kent Robinson with the stop.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of trickeration and a little misdirection by both of these offenses. You see right there, Western Kentucky was not fooled at all. Kent Robinson forces the play out wide. No gain, 2nd down now for the Bearcat offense.
Bauer to throw and low and behind Ife Adeyi. And Adeyi leads the team in catches. Still does not have one tonight. His 30-game streak of a catch in every game is on the line. 3rd and 10, 9th play of the drive. Both Cats touchdowns tonight coming on the money down. Bauer pressure. Finds his check down, and it's DJ McKinney. He's going to set up a 4th and short. And the field goal unit take the field to try to tie this one up for the Bearcats.
It's a great job by Jace Bauer staying composed. That play could have went negative in a fast way. Able to utilize his legs in the pocket and then dump it down to pick up some positive yardage. Sets up a much easier kick.
47 yards for Christian Pavon. Had the game winner a couple weeks ago against Texas State. This is going to be wide right. No good. Western Kentucky holds as Sam Houston goes to Jace Bauer at quarterback and comes up with nothing. Some things defy explanation on a Wednesday night in Huntsville, Texas, like this. That's not a player for Western Kentucky in the cart. It's a mannequin. He's armless at the moment, but wait! They've got the arms. They're just in the cart. They need to reassemble them. So many questions here. First and foremost, why is there a fully dressed mannequin on the sideline for Western Kentucky?
I love it.
College football, baby. Western Kentucky, their first crack at it in the second half. Velkamp was thinking deep. Check down now to Dalvin Smith, who picks up 11. Isaiah Nixon brings him down. Now, we just got word from Sam Houston on their quarterback situation. Hunter Watson is being evaluated. We don't know what for. That's all the word we've received thus far as Elijah Young takes it to the sideline. It's going to be spotted. It looks just shy of the first down marker.
Yeah, here's that balance that we mentioned in the first half that Western Kentucky is having. See, on the first play of the drive, they drop it to Dalvin Smith, picks up a first down, and then Elijah Young breaks off a 9-yard run. That's the balance and the synergy that they want to maintain throughout the course of this game.
Right into the belly of Young. Tonight, the leading receiver and rusher for the Hilltoppers. First down.
There's the sprint draw action again. You see everybody flowing and moving to the right. Then a handoff. Elijah Young goes backside against the grain, finds a hole, picks up a big first down.
Longer drives tonight by the Hilltoppers, and second time that Veldkamp has lost his footing for a loss. This time he actually was harassed. Javon Leon, who we saw hurt in the first half, comes back to provide the pressure.
Absolutely, and that play was dead in the water because of what Isaiah Nixon did. They were trying to set up the screen. Isaiah Nixon read it, took his first screen option away, and Caden Veldkamp, instead of making a bad play worse, tucks the ball, and it turns into a sack instead.
Option look back to the inside to River Helms, and he takes it to the 40-yard line. Tight end that had the first touchdown catch of the night for WKU.
And we saw this play earlier in the game, except now, instead of doing the shuffle pass to Elijah Young, you see River Helm being the recipient, picking up big yardage on that second down to make it a little bit more manageable on this third down play.
5 third down conversions in a row for the Tops. Veldkamp sacked.
As you see, this rush is there. Veldkamp trying to find his first, second option. Not enough time to get there. Chris Murray was in on that sack there. That's a huge third down stop for this Sam Houston Bearcats defense.
Four sacks tonight by the Bearcats defense. Veldkamp had time, but you hold the football that long against this fast pursuing defensive front, it's going to be trouble.
Offense. 5-yard penalty, forfeit.
Toppers take the delay to give Cole Maynard a little more room to work with. Maynard currently leads Conference USA, 47 yards per punt, 11th best to the FBS. And Maynard gets it away. Fair catch called for inside the 10-yard line. Sam Houston with the third down stop. They've got the rock back here in Huntsville when we return. This is what the new 12-team college football playoff would look like if we use the AP Top 25 to determine who would make the field today. Iowa State, they're in because they would win the Big 12. So you got the 4 auto bids there, with the next highest AQ going to the highest ranked team in the group of 5, and that would be Boise State. Now, Hunter Watson is done for the night. Just received word from Sam Houston. He was being evaluated for an injury in the locker room. He will not return tonight, and he was having an electric night with the big plays for the Bearcats offense. That means it's going to come down to Jace Bauer to get the Bearcats back, down by 3 and backed up. Still plenty of time on the play clock. To McKinney. Solid burst. Devontae Matthews with a stop. What does the offense need to look like now to set up Jace Bauer?
Well, number one, we talked about the impact that Jay Ducker and DJ McKinney will have on this game. That's going to be even more prevalent as you got your backup in, trying to find his rhythm. The ground game is going to have to be key as far as taking some of the pressure off of what Jace Bauer experiences now moving forward.
10 starts over 3 seasons at Central Michigan. before transferring to Sam Houston. Looked like there was some trouble with that exchange. McKinney don't care. That's McKinney meeting Matthews again. First down run.
And right on cue, as we mentioned, that McKinney's starting to heat up a little bit. 2 big-time runs to get this drive started. And those are the runs that we expected to see Sam Houston have. Starting to see it open up a little bit more in the second half.
Bearcats with 48 carries per game, the 5th most in the FBS. 23, now 24. And not too much there. A few yards at the best for DJ McKinney.
You're going to see Western Kentucky has done a great job in the first half being able to stifle this Bearcat rushing attack. With the backup quarterback in, Jace Bauer, probably going to see the box a little bit more loaded with what Tyson Summers want to do on the defensive side of the ball.
Got to find a way to get this man involved on the fly sweep action. Adeyi fights to get 2. Anthony Johnson, Kylan Goodry. 2 of the top defenders there to make the stop. Third down.
This is where Coach Summers likes to dial up his pressures and the exotic looks on third down.
Bauer, troubled, tripped, and dropped. Credit Sebastian Benjamin, tough Philly kid, with a stop there.
It's a great job by that Western Kentucky defense, finding a way to put pressure on Jace Bauer in the pocket, making him uncomfortable as he slides up. It appears he loses his footing, forces a 4th down punt attempt now for the Bearcats.
Used to seeing Western Kentucky in these high-scoring games with the prolific offense over the past few seasons. With this defense, they are content to play a game of this style because it is a good defense. Hutchinson spinning and wrapped up. That is special teams tackling 101 by Samaje Burrell. Saturday, we've got the 2 best college football matchups on ABC. It's part of a triple header that begins at noon Eastern. 3:30 Eastern, you got Bama, Tennessee. 7:30, Georgia, Texas. Talk to me about the quarterback breakdown. Who gets the edge, Beck or Ewers?
Yeah, Carson Beck versus Quinn Ewers. Carson Beck coming off a career prolific day. $500,000 through the air, almost 459 yards. Quinn Ewers knocking off some rust, gets a big win in the Red River rivalry game. Whichever quarterback can take care of the football, that's the one that'll have the upper edge.
Tonight for Caden Velkamp, it's been a very steady, methodical, blue-collar type of night. Tyson Helton says that this is a blue-collar team. They've kept their camaraderie, even though they're a portal team with 52 new players on the roster. That's Elijah Young with a pickup of 3. Velkamp, in the words of Helton, more of a game manager than his previous quarterbacks, Bailey Zappi and Austin Reed. We'll try to navigate the tops. A close win here in Huntsville. Stepping up to run. And an awkward slide/fall, 1 yard shy of the first down marker.
Yeah, you can tell sliding is not his MO. 6'6", 230 plus. He's used to running over people, not having to get down before the first down too. So that's a double negative, right? Have to slide and then not picking up the first down in that instance.
Coach Helton said he's not the prettiest runner, but he is big and he is tough. Check and check, and that's on display here. Big and tough equals first down.
That's what he does best right there, using that 6'6" frame to be able to lower that shoulder. Big body guy, physical at the point of attack, Quarterback power, which we talked about, that's their go-to short yardage play, and they executed again to pick up another first down for the Hilltoppers offense.
Messer in motion, the fake to him, and going back to him in trouble. Flag is down. Messer fighting his way to the 43-yard line.
It's going to be an obvious holding call by the offense, going to bring them back.
Holding. Offense. Number 73. 10-yard penalty. First down.
That's on Trayvon Taylor, number 73, left tackle.
And take a look at the top of the screen. You see Chris Murray one-on-one trying to get by him. He just grabs and holds him that entire time, and it's blatant right in front of the face of the official. They're going to call that every single time. And now it pushes that first and 20 now.
Feldkamp with time to the tight end, and Helms wrapped up and dropped by Trent Fields, the man that refuses to miss tackles. And we apologize for our technical difficulty we have experienced, but we are back now. We're 4th and 11 for Western Kentucky. They were backed up with a holding call on first down, which set them up with the 1st and 20. Sam Houston got after them defensively to force this punt. Adife, and this takes a Sam bounce to the 36-yard line. With the exciting fall season rolling along, Conference USA on ESPN Plus is your exclusive home for more than 900 games and events. It's also the destination for Conference USA championships. If you don't have ESPN Plus and you're a Conference USA fan, go to ESPNplus.com to sign up. So 4 teams undefeated right now.
Yep.
Conference USA play. We're seeing 2 of them. The others, Liberty and Jacksonville State. Chase Bauer, the quarterback, after Hunter Watson has been ruled out for the rest of the game with an injury. Bauer will throw. The screen set up like a masterpiece. Jay Ducker getting blocks, weaving, fighting. And another explosive for the Bearcats offense.
Yeah, this is perfect execution right here by Jace Bauer. We talked about heating him up. He drops back, gets the defense to draw all the attention. And then Jay Ducker does the rest. And the offensive lineman moving downfield, blocking, creates a big explosive play for this Sam Houston Bearcats offense.
32-yard pickup here on the screen. And that is how you let the blocks develop and do the rest. And a good fight at the end of this run with Anthony Johnson. And Johnson was just thinking about ripping that football away. Now we do have an injured Hilltopper. That is Chandler Matthews. Looks like he is okay. But the big play, something that Sam Houston was looking to get more of for a team that's as methodical as they come, honestly, when it comes to producing points. But that is a 3rd play of at least 31 yards, and they're all pass plays.
Yeah, whenever you want to see some explosive plays happening, that's what we've seen on display.
That's the end of the third
by the Bearcats.
Timeout.
3rd quarter flying by. No points on the board. A new quarterback for Sam. It's Chase Bauer trying to get the Bearcats the lead back. Welcome back to Huntsville, Texas. Logan Galindo here with Fonzie Whitaker. 2 undefeated teams in the Conference USA. One's going to pick up that first loss. Awesome game here. Hilltoppers lead 17-14. No scores at all in the 3rd quarter. You see the average yards per play. It's actually Sam that has the edge, 7.4 to 4.9, with a lot of those coming through the air. Caden Feldkamp going up against his former babysitter, the defensive coordinator for Sam Houston, Skylar Cassidy. And the Bearcats needing a win to become bowl eligible for the first time in program history. Chase Bauer taking a shot. Almost picked off, is it? Upton Stout somehow gets his tippy toes down in bounds for the INT. You don't think he's fired up? That's an H-Town native.
What a play. He was able to read that.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
It looked like the initial signal was a catch. They say no catch, you be the judge.
You see contact is made. Are his feet in bounds? And can't really tell clearly from that look. His toe may have been out. Here's a better angle. He goes up, makes contact with his teammate. Ooh, that is very close.
After the play, unsportsmanlike offense. Correction, defense, number 21.
It looks like,
that is close.
It looks like there's
the
green in
15-yard penalty
front
will be enforced from the previous spot.
Of that
is his
left
first
foot.
unsportsmanlike foul of the game toward disqualification.
But in the meantime, there was a personal foul called on Western Kentucky's defense. Now, since that is
The
ruled,
ruling on the field of an incomplete catch is under further review.
since it's ruled incomplete on the field, there needs to be undisputable video evidence that his feet were in. Looked like that ball is secured, and it's going to be really close, but the angle I see looks like there's some green between the toes and the sideline.
Yeah, it does. But is that clear enough evidence for the officials to make the call to overturn it? Because remember, the ruling on the field was an incomplete pass originally. As he makes contact there, the toes, you got 1 foot in. That's all you need in college.
But it would have to be the right foot.
Yes.
Since the right foot was the one that came down first. So the left foot is irrelevant at this point. We're looking at the right foot of Upton Stout.
And you can see he feels as though he made that catch. It was in bounds, and it was a great read by him getting over the top. Jace Bauer puts too much air on that throw, allows Upton Stout, who we mentioned is very troublesome on this defense, makes the correct read, and as he makes that catch, that right foot comes down.
That's a tough angle,
and
though.
it's very tough to see from that angle if his toes are in bounds or not. This is about as close as it gets on a call that you make in this scenario.
No turnovers to this point. Whew. Now, they can zoom in there. That's tough.
And that's
Put it
the
this
look.
way.
That's
Put it
the
this
look.
way. If that is ruled an interception on the field, that's tough to overturn.
Absolutely.
But unfortunately for Upton Stout, ruled incomplete on the field.
The 15-yard penalty is going to play a major factor in this as well.
Yeah, regardless.
Whether it's called incomplete, that moves the ball up 15 yards for the Bearcats offense. If it's called interception, that moves the ball back, and you're looking at being backed up in your own end zone, having to try to clear field position and not get a safety in that instance.
They'll take that penalty in exchange for the football.
No question. All day, every day.
It is a ball-hawking Western Kentucky defense since Tyson Summers took over as the defensive coordinator.
After review, the ruling on the field of an incomplete pass stands. The 15-yard penalty will be enforced.
And Upton Stout pleading his case. So close to being the 69th takeaway for for Western Kentucky since the start of 2022. But new life, plus 15 yards here for Jace Bauer and Sam Houston. Jay Ducker with a carry. Slips in the first contact. And the Hilltoppers rally to Ducker. Upton Stout there to make the stop.
See zone read by the quarterback, handoff to Jay Ducker. That play was stuffed in the backfield. He does a great job making one guy miss.
Timeout for an injured player.
And gaining 1 yard.
Media timeout.
And that is Sebastian Benjamin, the injured player for Western Kentucky. Zubin, thank you so much, and welcome back to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Ram Trucks. Logan Lindo, Fozzie Whitaker, and this has the feel of a playoff game. A couple of undefeated teams in Conference USA play, duking it out. Here's Jace Bauer filling in for the injured Hunter Watson, scrambling for his life, and that is Stout again. Had that interception taken away. He felt like he had the pick there, makes a big stop.
Yeah, Jace Bauer goes to his first read, second read, trying to run quick game on the offensive side of the ball, tucks it down, picks up some positive yardage. Now we're looking at 3rd and 7 for this offense.
Bauer scanning the field, now wants to run, and he is brought down at the 15-yard line by Hosea Wheeler, all-conference pick last season, and the leading tackler on this Hilltoppers defense, and he's a defensive lineman.
Yeah, you typically don't see that from the interior defensive line position, but that shows how well he moves for his size, and then the lane integrity whenever he's rushing the passer matters, especially whenever it's on 3rd down.
Christian Pavon will try to tie the game. It's blocked. Special teams coming through, and that's why we told you. Coach Helton puts all his specialists and everybody on special teams on scholarship.
You take a look there, blocked right up in the middle. It looked like that's big Hosea Wheeler being able to get the block. He just picked up the 3rd down tackle and then makes a huge special teams play right there. Big play, big play. We talked about the Hilltoppers defense in the open, how much havoc they caused, the turnovers, and how about them showing up in a big way, putting Hunter Watson under pressure, stopping the run, which was the key component, and making this Sam Houston team feel very uncomfortable with what they have done best over the course of the season.
And that was after giving up the 15 yards on the unsportsmanlike penalty on Stout when he felt like he had that interception. Now 2 missed field goals, a miss and a block for the Bearcats, and it would be a different game. Under 13 for Caden Veltkamp.
It's a critical drive for both teams right here.
Elijah Young with the carry, some patience, and bottled up at the 26-yard line. So right now, battle of 2 quarterbacks that did not open the season on the field at that spot for their teams. Caden Veltkamp had to fill in for TJ Finley, where the Texas State transfer was injured against Middle Tennessee. And Jace Bauer tonight filling in for Hunter Watson, who did not come out of the locker room in the second half. Third and 4. An efficient night on the money down continues. K.D. Hutchinson leaving the vapor trail. He gone. "74 yards. How do you like me now?"
And again, another 3rd down conversion for this Hilltopper offense. You see the man-to-man routes, showing the speed and the quickness, breaks the tackle, and once he in open space, like you said, Lowell, he gone to the crib, 74 yards for the Hilltoppers.
how fast the complexion of a game can change. And with that, it's a 10-point Western Kentucky lead. The Bearcats were driving, thinking about taking the lead, and then looking for a tie. But Hosea Wheeler comes up with the block, and that man goes 70-plus to extend the lead.
ESPN's Primetime College Football is presented by Ram Trucks, built to serve.
That's the bowl of success, 3 in a row for Tyson Helton of Western Kentucky. He's taken the Hilltoppers to a bowl game in every season that he's been a head coach. This is his first opportunity with this program to be a head coach, and Fozzie well on their way, getting the bowl eligibility yet again.
Yeah, that drive there was one of those back-breaking drives I mentioned before it started, that this could be critical in the impact of the game. Well, Western Kentucky said, we hear you, and we take that as a challenge to go put up points. Yeah. They do it in an emphatic fashion with the 74-yard touchdown to KD Hutchinson.
It's so close to being a tie game, but that field goal by Pavon was blocked after Wheeler had the third down stop. He comes back with the block. And 74 yards on third down, KD Hutchinson. Game changer. Cats were trying to claw back. Botchik down at the 20. So Bearcats shut out in the second half with Fozzie. 2 drives inside the 35, 1 inside the red zone, 2 field goal attempts. 1 was missed, 1 was blocked. You sandwich a punt in between.
Missed opportunities right there. They can't have that if they look to stay undefeated in conference play. Jace Bauer's going to have to lead some points by this Bearcat offense in the fourth quarter. No
Hunter Watson in the second half, ruled out, injured in the first half. It's Jace Bauer's show. DJ McKinney on the sweep to the 25-yard line.
Again, great execution there. Quarterback reading the power play or the toss sweep outside to DJ McKinney. The defensive end plays the run on the inside. He gives it to DJ and picks up good yardage.
Bauer with the draw. Bauer cuts left. And right at the first down marker, Terrion Thompson takes him down. It's going to be third down. Still plenty of time. Doesn't need to be a rush by Sam Houston, but they need a score and a stop. That's the first down. DJ McKinney.
McKinney on the carry, brought down.
But when you lost Hunter Watson, you lost that ability to be more of a threat through the air.
Yeah, and he was playing very well. 6 of 9, 128 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, all in the first half. Makes a difference whenever you lose a guy that's performing that well and one of the leaders on this football team.
Ball is out. Western Kentucky hopping on it, and they've got it. Takeaway number 69 since Tyson Summers took over as a defensive coordinator. That is now 6 more than any other team in that span.
And this is what happens whenever you run some of those quarterback zone reads. And obviously Jace Bauer is in there for a quarter and some change. Sometimes you don't have the same opportunities with the #1 running backs with DJ McKinney. And the feel is just different as the ball slips out off of the hip. And ultimately, one downfall turns into an opportunity for the opposite and opposing team.
Shades of last season when the Bearcats turned it over on the final 3 drives of the game against Western Kentucky. With the Hilltoppers taking that game in dramatic fashion. And there's Elijah Young working hard for 6 yards.
See the same side sweep or counter action, I should say. It looks similar to that sprint draw. same side, get the pullers, gets Elijah Young in phase with the pullers, and then he's able to pick up 5 yards on that play.
Western Kentucky protected the football tonight. Looking for a little back shoulder action to Keyshawn Johnson. David Fisher there in coverage. PBU, Fozzie.
Yeah, Dave Fisher does a great job one-on-one, being able to locate the football. And you see before it gets to Keyshawn Johnson, one of their big targets in the red zone, he's able to knock it away. And that's huge because you know, after a turnover, a shot typically is coming, especially inside of the red zone. David Fisher does a great job of breaking that up.
Clean football, no turnovers for the Hilltoppers tonight. Velkamp will run behind Hart. The acceleration, the burst, and the leap into the end zone. Hilltoppers trying to nail the coffin shut.
That play was all about physicality and attitude. Third down, you got an opportunity to put your foot on the pedal, and that's exactly what Caden Velkamp and this offense just did. Great execution there.
Western Kentucky out of nowhere to take the 31-14 lead. A change fast, Fozzie.
And here's complimentary football. You see the fumble on the exchange. Edwards drops down on it, and then whenever you get an opportunity, you make full advantage and take full advantage of it. Caden Velkamp into the end zone, 19-yard touchdown. West Kentucky up in the 4th.
Lowell Galindo here with Fozzie Whitaker from Huntsville, Texas, where Western Kentucky, under that man, Tyson Helton, has just scored 21 unanswered. Sam Houston was lining up for a game-tying field goal. It was blocked by Hosea Wheeler. Katie Hutchinson then went 74 yards for the touchdown. Bearcats then had an unforced error with a fumble. And moments ago, Caden Velkamp with a 19-yard touchdown to make it a 31-14 game. If you are looking for Houston and Arizona State volleyball, it is currently airing on ESPNU. And once we are done here in Huntsville, we'll send you out. We'll see what kind of medal Jace Bauer has after the last possession ended abruptly with the fumble. Forced into action in the second half with Hunter Watson out with an injury. It's go time. Fake the swing pass. Sifting through the defense to the 50-yard line. And Bauer moves the chains 15 yards. A little more hurry, urgency with the Bearcats getting to the line. Right side. And the pass is complete to Michael Phoenix. He's got a 50-yard touchdown tonight. Fonzie, what we have not seen is Ife Adeyi with a catch for the Bearcats. He's got a streak of 30 straight games with a reception. Pump fake, Bauer will run right at the line of scrimmage in some confusion with DJ McKinney incomplete.
Looks as though he may have been past the line of scrimmage on that throw, which would be an illegal forward pass.
His entire body needs to be clear of the LOS line of scrimmage.
Ineligible play downfield. Offense, number 70. 5-yard penalty, second down.
So it was a legal pass, but an eligible man downfield, the right tackle, Rhett Larson.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Hot mic situation happens to the officials as well. I don't know what we're doing. Three-man rush. Bauer to the soft spot in the defense. Complete to Simeon Evans, his 4th catch.
Bauer's pass complete over the middle to Simeon Evans.
That's now 4 catches in back-to-back games for Evans.
Third down and more.
That's a great timing completion, too.
On the ground, McKinney, first down.
McKinney on the carry for the
They need
Bearcats.
one.
Another Bearcat.
Got more than that.
Financial.
Very physical finish there as well, picking up the first down and lowering that shoulder to show the physicality.
Under 8 left. Bauer left one-on-one. And he was feeling Upton Stout, trying to get in his grill, incomplete to Humphreys.
Bauer pass complete on the right sideline. Humphreys.
Any doubt that this would be a different complexion if Hunter Watson was able to come out in the second half?
Yeah, the offense is not firing on all cylinders, especially in the passing game. We're starting to see that take shape late in this 4th quarter with Jace Bauer at the helm.
Bauer feeling the pressure. Dumped down Jay Ducker. Putting a hand down to get his balance before Anthony Johnson makes the stop. Another critical 3rd down. You got to think, though, you got 2 here if you're Sam Houston. It's go time.
Absolutely. Western Kentucky does a great job of filling out the screenplay. Jace Bauer trying to buy time, dump it down to Ducker. Ducker makes a couple people miss, picks up some yardage, but not enough for the first down.
Team that is built on the ground and pound approach has to do this, air it out, and overthrown to Adeyi, still looking to get into the box score with a catch.
Incomplete. Adeyi, the intended receiver.
He's had a couple of touches on runs, 2 carries, 7 yards, and this is an offense that was averaging 282 rushing yards per game in the previous 4, 149 here tonight. And nothing longer than 17 yards on the ground.
And that's not the way Sam Houston typically operates. As you mentioned, 228 on the season on the ground, 11th best in the country. They've been stifled here by this Western Kentucky defense.
Got to have it on 4th and 7. Here comes the pressure. Bauer stands tall. His receiver trips. There is no flag. Quavez Humphreys fell down.
Bauer has incomplete.
Kent Robinson was in coverage, and that will be a turnover on downs.
And the 4th quarter for the Hilltoppers has been great. You see Caden Veldkamp looks underneath on 3rd down, finds his target. Katie Hutchinson takes it 74 yards. And then on the defensive side of the ball, Edwards picks up the fumble. And then Caden Veldkamp, who just threw for a pass, now he gets to take it in with a run for 19 yards, 14 points for that Western Kentucky offense.
But it was special teams what really sparked that turnaround with the block by Wheeler on a field goal that would have tied the game for Sam Houston. Young, solid night, shaking his way forward for 3 yards.
It's great presence right there by Young. Be able to show the patience, stretch the defense, and then knife it up inside. I know it's a 3-yard gain, but as a running back, you can appreciate that because he was able to pick up more than was there.
19 carries, 84 yards, nothing longer than 9 for Young, but winning football tonight. And WKU will be content to take all the time off that play clock. Young to the 40. Check that, George Hart with the carry to the 40.
Timeout, Sam Houston State. They're first. 30 seconds.
Bearcats now elected to use those timeouts before this 3rd down. Caden Veldkamp, we told you the story, going up against his former babysitter, Skylar Cassidy. That's right, used to babysit Caden Veldkamp, but their dads were on the coaching staff at Louisville, and tonight, Caden Veldkamp wins that matchup, 20-29, 281, and 4 touchdowns responsible for. These performances are enormous for Caden Veldkamp because we also got the update from Tyson Helton on TJ Finley, who started the season as the quarterback for the Hilltoppers. He had the tightrope procedure done this week. That is a procedure that Tua Tagovailoa had at Alabama to accelerate the recovery process from a high ankle sprain. Looks like now he can return in 2 to 3 weeks. But Velkamp can also make sure that when Finley comes back, it's in the backup role by the way he's played. Velkamp, 1 yard.
Timeout. Sam Houston State. Their second. 30 seconds.
Bearcats with another timeout before this 4th down.
You see the clock is of utmost importance for Sam Houston. They're going to have to score twice, and they're going to need as much time as possible to get those 2 scores in. And being able to have time on your side, that's why you see Coach Keeler firing off those 2 timeouts early in this 4th quarter from a time perspective to preserve as much as they can.
But got to respect the way that Casey Keeler is approaching this, even though it's a 3-score game.
Yeah, 3 scores, excuse me.
He's approaching it like they have a shot, at the least. Ain't going to go down without a fight. Fair catch inside the 15-yard line by Day. So Hunter Watson got the start. Sam was looking for big plays, and they got it with a couple of long touchdowns on 3rd down from Hunter Watson to Simeon Evans and Michael Phoenix. We know what was going on. Didn't come out in the second half. Jace Bauer, former Central Michigan Chippewa, comes in. And it's not just about production, it's a different look in the offense in the second half.
Yeah, they're not as effective or explosive in the pass game, and that's where Sam Houston made their hay in the first half with Hunter Watson, as well as the leadership mentality. We talked about Hunter Watson winning a national championship. You lose that whenever he doesn't come out in the second half.
Bearcats, they keep it on the ground. So this is interesting. Call the timeouts to get the football back with enough time to make something work. You got to go quick, but this is what Sam Houston does. They keep the football on the ground. You get away from that.
Those big explosive plays, they got to find them in this quarter right now if they want to have a chance at getting back and clawing back into this game.
Bauer feeling pressure, sideline. And that's incomplete. Well, let's face it, this is just not a situation that this team is comfortable in, having to throw the football to get back in a game. When they trailed, it was early against Texas State. It was so early, though, they had time to stick with the ground game to fuel that comeback.
Absolutely. And 3rd and 5 right here, Tyson Summers. He has his defensive playbook disposal open. Jace Bauer, be on the lookout for him to make a play with his legs.
Bauer going with the arm, and it's well short and dropped by Evans. We'll bring up a 4th and 5. This is a Sam Houston team playing without one of their top receivers, Noah Smith. It was a game-time decision with a calf injury. Smith was one of the players that helped lead the Bearcats to the FCS title in the 2020 season, which concluded in spring of 2021. 7 players from that championship team elected to take red shirts a couple of years ago, play 4 games, so they had an opportunity to come back this season and play in a bowl. And on 4th and 5, that's going to be a 1st down to Quavez Humphreys.
It's a great job by Jace Bauer being able to create some time there, then find Quavez open. Big gain, 11-yard pickup, pick up the 1st down on 4th.
But Western Kentucky is fine to let that happen. Throw underneath, not a lot of yards given up. There's a near sack there from Goodry. Bauer now has to scramble and taking it to the 45-yard line. Western Kentucky just looking at that clock. Tick, 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 tick. 14-yard pickup. That's not really making Tyson Summers break a sweat at this point.
Yeah, not at the moment, but Jace Bowers shows you why being able to have that dual threat capability allows you to still open up the offensive play calls, because when the play breaks down, he can still pick up that first down and get out of bounds.
Bauer right side on the run, caught and dropped Simeon Evans.
Bowers has complete to the
This Hilltoppers defense is a real deal.
Yeah,
they opened up the season with Bama putting up a 63 spot. That hurt. But since then, allowing 16 points per game.
yeah.
In that stretch, 14th best in the FBS. 4 minutes remain. Bauer tipped, nearly picked. Looking for Michael Phoenix.
Now we're looking at 3rd and long here again. It's a great job by Anthony Johnson Jr. on that breakup. And Bauer's going to have to find a way to get the ball downfield with less than 4 minutes left on the clock. You got to find some quick scores and move down the field quickly.
Bauer stepping up, high throw, second effort, brilliant by DJ McKinney. No quit. 12 yards.
It's a great job and control by DJ McKinney, going up, knowing he's going to get hit. Shows that running back nature and the physicality that he shows finishing runs. Picks up a huge first down for them to stay alive in this game.
3.5. Bauer rips it complete to Jay Rockwell. 18-yard pickup. Rockwell makes his 4th catch of the season. Out of Gilmer High School, East Texas Power.
These are the chunk plays that we mentioned they're going to have to hit. They got to move much faster.
Yeah.
3 minutes on the clock, 3 scores. Time is ticking away.
Jace Bauer pressure in his face in traffic. Complete, but underneath to Rockwell. That's a win for the Tops defense. 11th play of the drive coming up. Needed the quick hitters. Hilltoppers obviously taking those away.
And as Sam threatens to score, you're probably going to see Western Kentucky get a little bit more aggressive on the defensive side of the ball as they enter close into the red zone.
1 timeout left and the 2-minute timeout. Picked off. He got it. The Houston kid, Upton Stout, had one denied. This one you will not take away.
Upton Stout, the guy we mentioned at the top of the game, that in the face of danger. Lion King reference. Well, he's playing like a fully grown lion right now. Great job being able to stick with the ball. Gets tipped up in the air, and we know whenever it's tipped up, overthrows and tip passes usually end up bad for the offense, as Upton Stout, right place, right time, catches it off the tip and then makes some hay in the return game. Here's another view. Evans can't bring it in. Upton Stout says, I'll take that. Give it to me. And help seal the deal for this Western Kentucky defense with another takeaway.
H-Town show up. Former star at North Shore High. Transfer from North Texas. In his 3rd season here with Western Kentucky. So he is a Hilltopper now through and through. Talk about how high the bar is set for this WKU defense. Coach Summers told us, yeah, we're playing solid. We're not getting the takeaways. They had 10 coming into this game. 27th in the nation. Now they got 12. Said things just the same as we saw between these two programs last season. Now, it was not the turnover fest that we had in Bowling Green, Kentucky last year, where there was 5 Western Kentucky turnovers and 3 from Sam Houston. But the Bearcats looking like they did to end this game. It was on the line, but the final 3 possessions all end in turnovers for Sam Houston. Tonight, what's happened? final 3 possessions. Fumble, turnover on downs, interception. So back-to-back games against Western Kentucky, wrapping up with turnovers on the last 3 possessions.
That's a tough pill to swallow, considering how close this game was. 17-14 game coming out of halftime. Sam Houston is without their leader in Hunter Watson. That made a tremendous impact on how effective the offense was moving forward. And that man right there, Caden Velkamp, played his tail off today. And it wasn't just throwing the ball where he was super impactful, but the number of third down conversions he was able to create with his legs, and then the big plays on third downs that resulted in touchdowns, was the huge impact to give Western Kentucky the upper hand in this game.
They were at 38% on third down coming into this game.
Western Kentucky, they're first. 30 seconds.
Western Kentucky lets the play clock nearly wind out, then call a timeout. Well, we got a lot in store coming up Saturday in college football, triple header starting at noon Eastern on ABC, and then 3:30 Bama at Neyland. That's going to be a dandy. And then perhaps even better than that, Georgia and Texas, 2 teams that have kind of traded blows in the conversation of best teams in college football. Georgia at the beginning of the season, now Texas. Check out this dominance for Texas, outscoring opponents by nearly 37 points per game. 3rd best through 6 games by any team in SEC history. And you're watching ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Ram Trucks. Western Kentucky inching closer to a 3-0 start in Conference USA play, as that is Young muscling his way for the first down, and that will essentially put the period on this one.
Fumble.
No, ball is out as Caleb Weaver.
The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by Sam Houston State. Timeout for an injured player.
That's how you drive a head coach insane. You nearly finish the game turnover free, and then with 1 minute left, you cough it up.
And we just talked about the turnover fest from a year ago. Caleb Weaver goes in, strips the ball out, and it appears as Elijah Young is still up whenever he strips the ball out. The ball hawking mindset to be able to strip it on the way down and then recover the fumble as well. Caleb Weaver, job well done. He's typically been the guy to force the turnovers for this Sam Houston defense. And there he is again, making another play for the Bearcats.
And that is something you don't want to see for the Hilltoppers. River Helms, who had the first touchdown of the night for the Tops, coming off a little slow. It will be critical for WKU in this race and the Conference USA Championship run. Tops were picked 2nd in Conference USA preseason poll behind Liberty. Both those teams will be 3-0 in 1 minute and 3 seconds. And how about the way Western Kentucky, their schedule wraps up? Because it's them, Liberty, and Jacksonville State that will be undefeated in conference. Those are the last 2 games on the schedule for the Hilltoppers. Must-see TV for WKU. Jace Bauer looking to finish on a positive note. Tripped up, still up, and on a tight window. 2 Bearcats were there, and that's Jay Rockwell with the catch.
Bauer's pass complete to Jay Rockwell.
There is the schedule coming up. See the matchup with Kennesaw State on ESPN2 on October 30th. So they really do have some time before they start ramping up for the stretch run. See how TJ Finley looks in his recovery from the lower leg injury, but the way Caden Velkamp has played, he's making the decision pretty easy for Tyson Helton.
Absolutely. You got a guy that's rolling like that. Continue to roll, because he's shown you he can win you games.
Bauer's taking a shot. Oh, no. And we've got camera guys, audio equipment, lights, all hitting the deck, but fortunately, built different here at ESPN. Our guys getting right back up, right into the fray. Come on.
Look at him. Not even phased. Guy, unbelievable.
Guy is a dude after taking that shot.
Unbelievable. Headsets back on. He's ready to go. Nothing
Glasses
phases
stay
him.
on. And did he get the shot? Hello!
Professional.
Up close and personal. Bauer wrapped up and will be dropped by Zach Edwards out of Starkville, Mississippi. For Sam, though, a lot of their success, the second half of the schedule is going to hinge on what's the condition of Hunter Watson, that quarterback. And at this point, we don't know. Only word we received was he was being evaluated for an injury at halftime, did not come out in the third quarter, did not return to the game.
Yeah, big impact. We'll see what the new offense looks like for them. Ultimately, Western Kentucky did a great job of controlling this game, putting their foot down and coming away with the conference victory undefeated.
And that does it. Western Kentucky getting the spark from that blocked field goal when Sam Houston could have tied the game. They ran away from there. Now 3-0 in Conference USA play, keeping pace with Liberty at 3-0. For Fonzie Whitaker, I'm Logan Lindo. Thank you so much for watching. Houston and Arizona State volleyball coming up now.